Hello, it's Sibuin's Pay, and we're back with another video. What are we doing today?
We're continuing with politics.
Mm-hmm.
Today we're going to be speaking about the DA and their campaigning. Yeah, so they've been campaigning in the Western Cape because that's their stronghold.
Yeah.
And this weekend they tried to campaign in the colored communities, and that didn't go so well for them. Let's just check out this video first.
Thank you.
And then you tell me what you think about it.
Okay.
Time of DA manipulation is over in the Western Cape.
The NCC just chased the DA bus away from Mitchell's Plain. We ensured their removal. They're on the way out. That is not a place for the DA. We cannot have a right-wing party trying to fool our people in Mitchell's Plain. The people of Mitchell's Plain have been suffering for too long under the government of DA, both at provincial and local government. They have been fooling us and dividing us as citizens of this challenged city. And I believe that it's time that we voted them out. They are here to look after the interests of the white people and not the interests of our colored and township residents. The Cape Flats has been neglected with all the lies. They use us as electoral fodder, using our votes against us. And unfortunately, we have not realized this as people. And it's time now that we vote them out. There is no place for the DA in the Western Cape.
Thoughts?
I never thought I'd see this day. This has been going on for forever. You know what I'm saying? Like with the DA there in the Western Cape. But let me just say, like as a fellow, like as a person who grew up in Cape Town, I'll tell you that I'm glad now even the colored community have opened their eyes to like what the DA are doing in the Western Cape.
So it's good to see that the colored community is waking up to the ways of the DA. Like from people from the outside looking in, it was always like very strange to us seeing like the colored community vote for these people, even though they've clearly shown that they do not care about their livelihoods, their well-being.
Exactly.
They only care about white interests and serving white people.
But that's the thing, like just like that guy has said, their dividing have gone like a long way. You know what I'm saying? Like in Cape Town, like the reality is that the people that were feeling the pressure for the most and for the longest were black people, right? But they had this way of like, I feel like they were sort of brainwashing the colored people, and it's like, no, the problem is the black people there. It's the black people there. So for the longest, like the colored people were in this, like, I don't know, the sleep of not ignoring the fact that their lives are not better in any way. Like their standard of living is not better in any way. So I feel like it's that divide that has been going on, and now I feel like now leave them or everybody coming together now there, but them on their own coming to that realization that actually, you know what, we're also on our own here. Nobody is caring about us. It's just the DA is only cares about, you know, the minority there and just making sure that they are okay. They have everything.
So it's very beautiful to see, and hopefully this will show in the polls. This will show when people go to vote.
Oh, definitely.
There's a very strong candidate there in the Western Cape that's currently campaigning there right now. Gayton's there on the ground.
It's like their alternative. It's just like how with the NC situation now, the MK party for a lot of people is like the alternative. So Gayton is also doing the most there. In one thing I know, things are going to change. Like things are definitely going to change. Like in terms of how people are voting, it's definitely not going to be what we've been seeing.
So Gayton has been there campaigning as well, and we've seen a few clips of him on the ground there in the colored community, and he's also just pointing out the lack of service delivery there that the colored community faces.
Our people don't have water. Come check here. This is Stellenbosch in the Western Cape. Look how people must carry water. This is not right. This is not right. People must carry water like that.
And now I can't talk because I was tired for these things.
Yes. People must carry water like that.
Everything. And the meeting, I can't go to the meeting because I'm tired. Look now. No water, no electric. That's why you must carry.
Come check how it looks here. What is Stellenbosch? This is Stellenbosch.
Hoe
lang is jullie gebleven?
45 jaar geboren, my kinders gaan nooit huise gekry nie. My kinders kry nie huise nie, hulle word net op waglyste geplaas.
45 years.
45 years.
This is probably the DA's like worst nightmare. The worst nightmare. Because like you said, like the DA would always like will push this idea to colored people that it's black people's fault, right?
Yes,
it's the black people's fault.
Black people.
So don't vote for the black people. Don't vote for them. So don't vote for the ANC. So now when they have a candidate opposition,
black people can't govern. Black people are.
I'm saying when they have a candidate opposition, that's exactly them. That represents them. But the Gayton is them.
Yes.
They can't tell the colored community to turn against
absolutely,
because Gayton represents them.
Yes, absolutely.
And he's like the most relatable candidate that they have.
Absolutely.
So this is the DA's like worst nightmare.
Yep.
Because at least with the ANC they can still say, black people, they want to focus on black people, not you. But with Gayton, it's gonna be like, no, there's nothing you can say about Gayton.
No, he knows the reality of the ground.
And then this is why the powers that be didn't want Gayton to campaign in the Western Cape.
Because they knew.
Because they knew that, no, he could potentially take a lot of votes away from the DA.
Absolutely.
I said, G, I need to speak to you. One-on-one. I said, sure. I met with he said to me, listen, we want to help the PA with funding. I said, how much funding are you talking about? He says, starting with 200 million. I said, I'm listening. And he says, 200 million, we want to give you the 200 million for the election. There's a contract you need to sign. I said, all right. He does email the contract. The whole NEC goes through the contract. Two things in that contract we didn't like. One thing on that contract, they say, we must not compete in the Western Cape. On the contract, 200 million, we must not compete in the Western Cape. The whole NEC, every member of the NEC had to say something. We said no, hell no, hell no, hell no, hell no, hell no. I then wrote the mail back to them and said, thank you very much. We don't want you 200 million.
So it's beautiful to see that.
And now it's just
there's a shift happening there in the Western Cape, and the colored community, black community are probably not going to make the same mistakes they've been making before.
Definitely not.
And voting for the party that spawned from apartheid.
But I love to see it.
And for me, growing up, I was a bit ignorant and naive, and I was just looking at the DA, and I was like, the DA is probably the best party to run.
Because that's what they paint like to everybody else. Because we're seeing those parts of Cape Town, they always show, just like our international tourists and everything, they always show the nice parts of South Africa and not show, So it's the same thing that happens with the Western Cape and Cape Town. That's why when you stay there, you know the realities. You can't be smiling as much when people are talking, be like, hey, if only you knew. Like, if only you knew the things that, or how things are there.
As I was saying, like, growing up, I always thought, okay, DA...
You are given the beautiful picture.
Yeah, DA will be, like, the best political party to run the country. Because look at Cape Town, right?
Things function,
look at Cape Town. Things are working. I was thinking, I want Durban to be like Cape Town. I would like Durban to be like Cape Town. I would like Joburg to be like Cape Town. And I was just thinking that. And then as you grow older and you look more into these things, you start to realize, no, man, like, if you look at Cape Town, it's literally apartheid light.
Like,
it's literally apartheid
at its highest, at its peak.
It's just that they don't have that. They don't have that thing where they explicitly separate white people from other people. But it's literally.
But it's like that. It's like that. It's like that.
And another thing is that the DA is like the main opposition party to the ANC.
Yes.
And the ANC's bar is so low because the ANC have like been underperforming. They've been corrupt. They haven't been doing their job properly. You would think that an opposition party, this would be an easy thing to overthrow. This would be an easy thing to like win over the people and then go into power.
No. But they can't because the true colors are also
they cannot do that because one, a lot of people see that they only care about white interest, and two, they're a very racist party.
Yes,
we've seen recently with the DA Twitter account some racist statements that came out there, and people spoke about that. You see, they stand for Israel, they stand with Israel,
even
an apartheid state,
even though she meant.
So you see a lot of the DA's racist tendencies tend to come out. It's really sad that as bad as the ANC is, people will still choose not to vote for you because you are racist.
Absolutely.
And you only care about white interests. It will it's so easy for the DA to beat the ANC. It's so easy, and
but they can't let go of that.
I've always thought about like, why can't you guys just see that it's so easy?
It's so easy. They would have beat the ANC.
It is so easy. All you had to do was let go of your racist ways.
Yes.
And because you already have
Western Cape.
Yeah, because you already have the Western Cape. Show that in the Western Cape, white people and black people live the same. They both live good.
Yes.
That's all they had to do.
Then the rest of the country was gonna be like, we want that. No.
That's all they had to do.
That's all.
Show that in the Western Cape, everybody that stays there is living good. That's all they had to do. But no, they always had to show that they're racist. Like it's so I don't understand. Like it's so easy. It is literally so easy. Like people are wanting a proper government. People want that, and like people overlook that. Okay, it's a white party that's come from the National Party or whatever.
But we just want somebody who's gonna.
But if the DA just showed that no, the black people in the Western Cape are living better than anyone else in the country. But if you just showed that no, these people are living as good as white people in the Western Cape, the rest of the country would have voted for you like this.
Like easy.
Like this.
Like, oh, we want us some of that.
Yeah, we want to live like that.
But clearly it's like you're not about that. In fact, I love it that the people of the Western Cape are exposing this, so that even if people from the outside would even dare to consider or think about, now they know the truth.
And yeah, it's beautiful to see. And the one thing I like about the DA is that they actually stand for something. It's not like the ANC. Like with the DA, you know what they're about.
Yeah.
You know, they want to they protecting white interest and they're for white people. They stand for that. Yeah. And they can't even hide that because as much as they try to be like all inclusivity or whatever, but they always show that.
They end up being like actually. Yeah.
So yeah, it's going to be a very interesting election there in the Western Cape. It's very good to see that colored community a bit hurtful with the DA's lack of service delivery. And yeah, Gayton is there. Gayton is fighting for the votes. We'll see where that goes. We'll see how things play out.
I honestly feel like this is the year where ANC and DA have to be challenged and have to be shaken. Like, no, enough is enough.
It's good. I like that Gayton is in the mix. He's a man of action. He speaks very boldly. He's won over quite a few people, and it seems like he's gonna win over a lot more people. Which is good. I like to see Gayton in government. I want to see what he's gonna do there.
See what he's about.
Yeah, but yeah, this whole situation seems like Western Cape is heading in the right direction. But it is what it is. You guys let us know what you think about the situation.
Yeah, we'll see how things unfold.
Don't forget to like, subscribe.
And keep watching. Goodbye.
We'll check you guys in the next one.
So much cause law enforcement in Camps Bay and Seapoint and not on the Cape Flats.
Way more.
Where's the no? Do you see it, people? Do you see law enforcement?
Look at another screenshot to show you.
There's more to take of you here. No.